couple seconds. It's just like.
So recording is going? Okay, I just saw the post.
Yeah. Okay, I was about to say. I just sent it just so I can have them, right there. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, welcome. This is the first episode of the Unfiltered podcast. It's like this is a year in the making, man. This is a year in the making, bro. This is taking a year to get all this together, all the mics, the camera, everything, and now it's finally coming to fruition. So
we was talking about this freshman year, like first, second month. Yeah, bro.
We was talking about this forever, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like second semester freshman year, I was like, yo, I'm gonna start this podcast, y'all. I'm gonna get all this content and whatnot.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not believe you. I thought it was gonna be one of those things we just be bullshitting and put off for way too long, and it just never happened. But hey, you put it together, man. We're here now.
we here. I feel it did feel like it was gonna be one of them things where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna continue this, but then I was like, hey, we here, we gonna do this. So I mean, all right, let me turn this up just a little bit. All right, so first episode of the podcast. Let's just start off a little, mental health check. It's some important stuff, just to make sure y'all good and whatnot. So how you feeling, man? How you been?
Oh man, pretty relaxed. I'm feeling pretty good. Just came back from home. Right. I did absolutely nothing yesterday. I came back home, studied for a tournament, and got high and fell asleep. Then like that. And had some lunch with the fam earlier. That's been pretty much it. It's pretty simple so far. I'm just stressed out about this accounting AD contest coming up because I haven't touched any new content for econ.
No, I mean, honestly, I looked over them 5 points like I should have been.
I need to study I need to actually study and start going to that class. Yeah. Right? And accounting is just fucking sucks. I don't know what to tell you. It just blows. Right? But hey, I feel good. It is what it is. That's kind of what I guess.
Fuck it, we ball, man. We here, bro. We just gonna go through it, bro. Fuck it, we ball, man.
How about yourself, though?
I've been chilling, man. Everything that I've been doing for like past couple weeks has literally just been getting this done. I got the mic, but then I had to get the camera and whatnot. So I got the camera eventually. Then I had to get the extender, hanging off the side there. So I had to get a bunch of stuff eventually. So this is, like I said, this is a year coming together, and I've just been, the whole year has just been refocusing on trying to get this together, trying to get everything for this. So
I'm sure the whole group is proud of you, bro. Look at the camera quality.
I gotta look crazy, man.
Shit looking nice. Everything look clean.
It look good. You said the group speed. We gonna have a group on this. Eventually, we gonna have a group.
When we get the full group podcast, that shit is doing numbers.
Man, that's gonna be so amazing.
It's doing numbers. We say too much dumb shit for that shit not to be hilarious.
For it not to do something well, because we have a lot of good debates and a lot of good talks, and we just don't put that.
A lot of niggas think their group is funny, but we have an
actual comedy, man. We actually funny, man.
I feel like it's gonna be there's definitely gonna be one for the books. I'm excited to be here now. I appreciate you picking me as the first person. All right.
Yes, sir.
W decision. All right. Very much an honor. I like it. Let's get into those topics.
Hop right into it. All right. So, which one to start with? All right. So, before anything, I said no scripts on our filters, nothing. I just have topics off to the side because I have a terrible memory and I would not remember anything. I know you not gonna remember nothing.
I gotta be honest. That's that.
So I gotta make sure I just have them. So we just got like 4 little topics. So what you want to jump straight into the first one?
And we can just go into the first one.
I got you. All right. So, whole Kanye situation, man. You Kanye fan. You like his music, but Kanye been saying a lot of crazy stuff recently.
Okay, first thing first. I want to know why, because I like Kanye, I catch all the flack. Because this dude is mentally ill. How is that, Michael? First of all, I feel like he's
Mark looking off into the side. We got people in the back here.
I think he's a legendary artist, right? He's made phenomenal music, right? He's changed the game several times, but he needs serious help, right? Well, I I feel like he's getting that help now. He's been doing a little better. He got married to his new wife, right?
They got married?
Yeah, he got married.
Oh,
He got
okay.
married.
Okay.
And he hasn't been so outward in like media and stuff.
Right.
He's doing a lot better, and I feel like he just needed some serious help, and everybody was just taking advantage of the fact that he needed serious mental help.
Right.
Right, but that was I would never agree with what he said, and I don't feel like what he said should go unpunished or unacknowledged. But
Okay.
it's doing better. And I feel like I needed to get off my tip about liking this phenomenal artist.
Oh my
He's a
God.
good artist, right?
Still shaking her head in the back, man.
Y'all don't even listen to Kanye for real. Name 5 Kanye songs right now. Nigga said Donda. Bro.
Stronger, bro.
Donda chant.
Stronger? Really?
Stronger.
Nigga,
You can't
that's-
talk. Stronger is a good song, man.
It's a phenomenal song.
I can't
It's a
think of
phenomenal
Heartless,
song.
bro. Heartless is good.
Okay, that's a
Heartless is
devil
song,
pick.
bro.
I like it.
Man, I'm trying to think of two. I can't think of names, bro. Oh my
That's
God.
you can name 3 Kanye songs.
I can name more than that, but off the
Bro.
top of my dome right now, I care, bro.
This
I do listen to Kanye. I will acknowledge that he is a very great artist. He definitely is one of the greats out there.
Here we go. I feel like
You can't even say he's not one of the greats right on the
okay,
side.
again, we're biased. We're being biased, right? If y'all could name me 5 Kanye songs.
Exactly. The fact that I can't name you 5 Kanye songs means he's not.
But that's not due to that though. Let's think about it though, because you know who Kanye is. It's not like he's not famous. He's very popular. I just feel like y'all don't listen to his music, and so you shouldn't be able to judge me for liking it. Yeah, y'all don't really know how he sounds for real.
That's a fair.
What opinion do you have? How about you share with the class?
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like for you to refer to him as one of the greats,
He is
I can't name 3
he's
songs.
Exactly.
But
He
you
can't
guys-
be one of the
Beyonce,
greats.
Rihanna, you don't have to listen to their music. If you're gonna know 5 songs, you're gonna know 5 songs.
Just because you
And
guys
just
are
because he's famous doesn't mean he's one of the greats. Because be for real,
let's not
he's
get it
famous
twisted.
for his
Let's not get
insanity.
it twisted.
So,
Y'all are outliers. Don't ever get that wrong. If you walk up to a normal human, they're gonna name 5 Kanye
Nah.
songs.
Like,
bro.
Kanye definitely is one of the OGs.
Like, bro.
Me personally.
greatest
He's
and
a
OGs
OG.
are
He's
2
a
different
OG.
things. He's an
No,
OG, not a
he's
greatest.
he's actively changed the music industry several times, especially rap, hip hop, and pop. Right?
This
He has plenty of albums that people played all over the world, over and over. I feel
I mean,
like
that's what
that's
the
insane.
qualification
he's
for an
but
OG.
that's the thing. All of us are insane.
Separate
He
the
just
art from the
he,
artist, bro. I
he's
mean,
facts.
at that point, you gotta
But
do
let's
that,
not even
man.
get to that. Let's just. I feel like famous people aren't treated like humans. They're just not. Like, cause Kanye has a mental breakdown, right? And it's like, why is this artist right doing these things? He should be protecting his image and boom, 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 and that and that and that. Well, he doesn't always know what's best for him because he's human, right? He's an idiot. Let's be honest. But that's I feel like that should be accepted. Like that should be okay. We're all dumb sometimes, and we made a lot of mistakes
That's funny.
recently. And again, I will never support some of the things he just said. But I don't know. I just don't have the same kind of resentment for him that some people might have. Because I always, I'm a little biased. I've always liked his music. All my friends always liked his music. So.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So recently, just added this onto. So Adidas, Adidas got Yeezy and whatnot. And once he said all that stuff, they cut him from there. They cut it from Adidas, Yeezy, and whatnot. But now they look over. They make sure they reached an agreement to sell the remaining Yeezy inventory with Kanye. So
I think that just makes sense. I mean, it's less of a Kanye thing than it is an Adidas thing.
yeah,
I don't think Adidas wants to be carrying millions in dollars worth of shoes
But they can't sell.
that they're not selling. That don't
Right.
make sense.
Right.
So I feel like, okay, Kanye's in the news again. It's not really a Kanye thing. Adidas just wanted to get rid of their inventory.
Right. Right. I feel like Adidas. I like, no matter what Kanye said, but he said some very terrible things. But at the end of the day, Adidas is a business, and they're like, we got all these Yeezys, which Yeezys, as ugly as some of them shoes can get, they sell the most. They've sold a lot of money. They've given Adidas a lot of money.
Actually, I don't know the numbers, but I'm willing to bet Yeezy gives a good amount of profit.
Right, like you walk up and down here, these halls, bro, you can see a lot of people Yeezy slides, bro, foam runners, whatever they call it, bro. Like you gonna see a lot of Yeezy stuff walking around campus, man. So I mean, it gives Adidas numbers. It gives Adidas a lot of money. So I feel like it wasn't more so like we regret our decision. It's like it's just the money. Let's just sell the rest of this, get the rest of it out of here. I know what you said. I know what you did, but at the end of the day, let's just make some money, man. Like,
I feel like at the end of the day, a company is gonna be a company, especially here in America. Like they're gonna do what they want for their image, and right, this and that. But at the end of the day, it's about numbers, it's about money, and Adidas is gonna get that money.
right.
Whether you like it or not, they gonna get that money. So.
Right. At the end of the day, like they can be as moral as they want, bro. But I mean, like you said, bro, it's America, bro. Everything, the world runs on money, man, and they need that money, bro.
They gonna get that money.
They gonna get that bag, bro.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think about that situation.
I feel you. A lot of we got a lot of the same takes on that and whatnot, especially with the whole Adidas thing. It's just about they just need the money, man. I mean,
It's numbers.
Dame shoes selling good, but like they ain't selling like. Bro.
Dame.
I love Dame,
Okay,
but he should have on Nike.
in the past 2 weeks, in the past month, have you seen anybody rocking Dame shoes in real life?
No, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I've copped some Dames. They do have good
They
ones.
don't look bad.
Right.
I just feel like you're comparing Yeezys to Dames. I don't know, man. That's like comparing Jordans. I don't want to say Shaqs. That's funny.
It's like a Reebok or something, bro. No, that is Shaq, ain't it? Shaq ain't on. He is on Reebok, ain't he?
No, Shaq has his own thing.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted shoes. He wanted to make cheap shoes that the people could afford, and it backfired terribly. It looked terrible. I had Shaqs. Damn, they
You was
flamed.
copying with Shaq Gnosis, wasn't you, bro? You seen those, bro? The Shaq
No.
Gnosis, bro? I gotta pull that up on the side now, bro. I gotta pull that up on the side, bro.
Shit out of me for wearing Shaqs in school, bro.
Hold up, I gotta pull it on the side now. Shaq Gnosis. You saw me with a rockin' with these, man.
These shits look terrible.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness.
I feel like they gotta be the best Shaqs out of all of them. That's saying a lot.
That's what's crazy.
That's saying a lot. Those
I
are the best
believe
ones.
I feel like Shaq had the right idea, but he just needed to make better looking
Because
shoes.
he could have made them look a lot better.
And he shouldn't have gone with what would possess bro to make that his logo? Because now it just looks like I have some fake Jordans.
Isn't it him? It's him dunking, right?
Yeah, it's literally like
I don't think I've ever seen the logo.
it's like the
bro.
jump man, but he's like dunking on a hoop with 2 hands or something.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find the logo. Shaq shoe logo. It's good.
You see that, right?
Oh,
That shit looks terrible.
Dude, what are these Concords? Oh no, bro. Wait till I pull up, bro. Yo, these fake Concords, bro.
See, you take Shaq's label off the shoe, right? It's just a gas.
Are these, no, bro. Are these? Hold on, bro.
They dead just look straight like Concourse too.
Those are fake Concords, bro.
Essentially. I don't think
Oh
Shaq
my
ever
God.
released that. I don't know.
I
feel like
not,
he would
bro.
face legal trouble.
He would get Jordan would sue his ass.
Those
off,
are
bro.
Concords with the Shaq logo on it. I'm pretty sure someone
And a
just did
couple
that.
ridges in the side, bro.
Like that cannot be a shoe he released.
They cannot be, bro. Oh my god. Alright.
Nice. So what's the next topic?
We just talked about Shaq. Let's lead into basketball. So recently, a lot of people have been talking about load management and whatnot. I mean, we've had people in the past. Again, pulling up the post because I'm slow. We've had a lot of people in the past. We've had I'm not gonna say Kendrick Perkins first, bro. Kendrick Perkins can't speak on nothing, bro. I can't have him. Okay, Jalen Rose have said something against it. Okay, I can see that. John Stockton, a legend, has said something against it. Kobe, of course. Jordan, of course. They've said stuff on it. But recently we've had what's it called Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards has went on in the interview and said, you know, if you like 80%, he said, I'm just gonna quote it, just play, man. If you 80%, you gotta play. These people might have enough money to come to one game. That might be the game they come to see you, and you sitting out.
I feel that, okay? I get where that is coming from, but at the end of the day, why in the hell, like, we just look at it from a lot of perspective. Why in the hell is someone as high value as, let's say, Damian Lillard? I'm not sure how Damian Lillard sees Logan, but he is someone, right, that can demand and control the place he's in, the state he's in, right? So he should also have the ability to control when he doesn't want to play, right? If he feels like he's at risk of injury, why is he taking that risk for one fan, for a couple fans, for tens or hundreds of fans? It's his body, it's his money, and at the end of the day, right, the NBA has what, like 82 games?
Yeah.
That's a lot of games. Right? I feel like a star player who's been in it for quite a bit of time, right, should do a bit of load management. It's just the future. Keeps him healthy.
I feel you. My thing is like he was talking about, like, it's just that one fan who just collected all their money, bro. Like, that's their paycheck.
That's tough. Bro,
oh man.
I don't care, bro. If LeBron got a sore ankle, but look at the position the Lakers is in right now. If LeBron got a sore ankle, he want to sit out. I don't care two dams about some fans. Nah, that's fucked up. Okay. I feel like okay. I'm just saying though, like, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, load management is gonna do, you know, a lot better for the longevity of NBA players and even the NBA in general. You keep healthier players, you know what I'm saying, you do better numbers, get better money. That's just how it is.
Right. But like in today's day and age, bro, we have all this stuff. Like back then, it was like we talking about like Bird's era, Jordan's era. We didn't have all this technology and stuff. We had to keep people's bodies all good and whatnot, to keep them recovered. Like,
And they still would go game in, game out.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
You know, people will always say that the league is getting softer. And hey, that's simply the truth.
It
But
quite literally is.
I feel like that just comes with time and advancement.
Yeah.
As things get more technologically advanced, right?
Right.
Or just like advanced in general, people are gonna get more comfortable. They're gonna see they're able to take more and more liberties. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's just called progress. Right? Now, I won't say where this stands when we're talking about, because you just brought up Jordan.
Right.
Let's just talk about LeBron. You know how we feel. I won't say how this stands in terms of like an argument for which player is better.
Oh, I wouldn't put that in the GOAT debate, because it's just like it's a matter of error, and like it's a matter of like Jordan ain't had no Cairo, like, you know, the little ice chamber that LeBron just stepped in there one night. He ain't had no rolling gun and massage his leg on the side. He could just sit there. He ain't had like the heating pads and whatnot. Jordan was out here sick with the flu, and he just sitting on the bench just sneezing, bro, dying, bro. It's like, get back in, bro. He's like, all right, bro.
No complaints, facts. No, I'm sure LeBron has access to almost any tool he could possibly want at this point in his career. Like, Michael has probably never seen maybe half of the stuff he's ever seen. Right? But I guess it is what it is. Like I'm saying, people get, you know, more liberties as things start to advance. And I think that's what we're seeing in the NBA.
Right. So with DeMar though, favorite player of mine, I love DeMar. He said when they asked him the amount of games a player should play in order to win MVP, in order to be like eligible for MVP, he said all 82, with the minimum being 78. Now, my thing on that is, okay, like you could like account for injuries and whatnot, but like if you can play and you good, and if you just take a low management, you like, you know, I feel like sitting down today, you know, I feel like I feel like you should play the most amount of games as you can to be the MVP, because that's what got hurts out of the MVP in the NFL is the fact that he was hurt, and then play a couple games, and then that's what led them to just, you know, shoot Patrick Mahomes up to the MVP. Of course, there was like outliers and whatnot, a couple stuff that, you know, affected that, But at the end of the day, that's part of the thing was the fact that Hurts was hurt, no pun intended. He was hurt for a little bit, so they were like, oh, well, Mahomes played more, so they shot him up. Because Hurts was going to win that MVP.
100%.
Yeah, 100% was going to win that MVP, and he really should have, but because he was hurt, they was like, oh, we can't really consider that in there. So,
I mean, that one's complicated because I feel like it should definitely be something up for consideration. But someone averaging a triple double, right? They could like, I don't know. Actually, that might that argument might work against me. No, but if someone's averaging a triple double, right, and they miss like they only play like 70 games, maybe 60 games in a season, they're still averaging a triple double. They still deserve the MVP. If people putting up, like Zach Ertz put up the numbers, he played well, right? He deserved an MVP. But I also don't disagree with the decision because he Ertz.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Zach Ertz.
Yeah, Zach Ertz is a tight end.
You said Zach Ertz. I was like, ain't that a tight end, bro?
I said Zach Ertz. You confused me over there. I was like, I didn't say Zach Ertz. I played it back in my head and I did.
Oh my god.
No, but he definitely deserved an MVP. And I feel like because he missed those games, he fell out, and that's just how it's tough. But that's just gotta be how it is. It's considerate. It's something that needs to be under heavy consideration when you're deciding. But I don't think what the Marv is saying makes too much sense. I don't feel like they should bar players if they missed a certain amount of games from winning MVP.
Right. I feel like, with the whole thing, I feel like, I just had that point in my head. What was I trying to say? I'm trying to think of it. So I feel like with that whole thing, but what if you have somebody that played 60 games, like you said, averaging a triple-double, but you have somebody that played 70, 75 games, they're not averaging a triple-double, but so you say the first person averaging 22, 10, and we'll go 11. 22, 10, and 11. Yeah. But the second player who played more is averaging 30, 15, and then maybe 8. Who would you consider would take that MVP case? The triple-double or the person who played more and is averaging far more points?
I would say the person that's averaging far more points and played more. But that just goes back to my point of saying that it's definitely something that needs to be under consideration. How many games a player has played. It definitely needs to be something that's considered whenever we're voting on an MVP. Right? And usually, I just feel like points is it's a favorite. It's a very heavily favored stat. Right? So people, right? If you take two players and you look, how much you said he averaged?
30, what I said?
Yeah.
30, 12, and then 9 was what I said?
I don't really think the games need to differ. Right? Someone who's 30, 12, and 9 is for sure getting MVP. Someone who's 22, 11, and 10. I feel like that's an easy.
Okay, let's do 30. Let's do 30, 10 bare minimum, and then 5. Would the argument still be there?
I guess it would depend on the role.
True.
Are you saying 5 rebounds or 5 assists?
5 assists.
If they're
assists would be the latter one. Rebounds would be the one in the middle. I said.
Yeah, no. If they're playing point guards, small forward, shooting guard, I could see how that might do bad for the MVP stock. Having only averaging only 5 assists, but again they're averaging 30. And 12 rebounds. Come on. That's averaging 30 in and on itself is a crazy achievement to do. So, I feel like load management, right, is cool. It is what it is. I feel like you can even go as far as saying it's necessary. And I feel like the people who are complaining about it have every right to complain about it, but at the end of the day, it's not going on.
True. Load management is going to be around for a while. It probably might even get, I'm not going to say worse. I'm not going to single that as something too terrible. I'm going to say that, it's definitely going to get more increased. You're going to see more players. But it's going to be I feel like playing lane and like load management. Like I love Kawhi Leonard, but
Like all I'm saying is, let Anthony Edwards hit 36 and he gonna want some low management too, bro. You're now talking, but you just got into the league. Of course he
yeah, that's a point a lot of people are saying. He's a young guy, so I mean, like he sees that he's looking up to like somebody like LeBron. But well, in LeBron case, bro, I feel like he's an older guy. I feel like he could definitely load management. That'd be like forcing Udonis Haslam out there for that many minutes, bro.
That might actually be a crime.
He might kill Udonis Haslam out there, man.
Bro, he's still in the league.
He's still in the Heat, yeah.
Holy shit.
I think he's the oldest player in the league at the moment. I think he should be.
Dude, nigga is old as hell. See, saying load management can't be a thing, and you got people like Udonis Haslam in the league.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's actively crazy. And LeBron is trying to play until his son is in the league. So I don't blame him for any low management he's trying to take.
LeBron ridiculous, bro. Like I love LeBron, but like it's saying, I know he wants to be with his son, play with his son, but like at a certain point, bro, he just gotta realize what Brady realized, bro. Your body just not going. When you get to that age, your body just gonna stop,
I don't know.
bro.
The way bro was playing, he seemed like he got a couple more years, a few more years, even several years even left in him. Because bro don't look like time is taking a toll on him. It looked like they hit that nigga with a super serum. He's a super soldier now.
They definitely gave Bron something, bro. Bron made some deal with somebody, bro. Some genie, the devil. He made a deal with somebody because there's no way you're supposed to be 38 and still dunking like that, bro. That's not physically possible, bro.
It's actively crazy. And when you think about the fact that Vince Carter was 40 or 41 when he left the league. Was it 42? I remember him staying a good bit after. I heard he was 40. So maybe I'm tweaking.
Retirement age. Vince Carter, 43.
Yeah, I thought so. He stayed for a good bit after he took
Vince Carter
over.
was 43. I love Vince Carter, bro. He should not have stayed out there that long, man. Vince Carter was an old man, bro.
Watching him play, like, diehard Hawks fan. Watching him play for the Hawks, it was tough.
He should not have been on there.
But hey, he's a goat though.
He is. I
I'm
love
not wrong.
him.
This Carter's a goat, bro. Most. Hey,
Hey, we got people in the back. Hey, I mean, you don't gotta be quiet, bro. We got,
Oh.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you could, quiet.
I'm just saying, hey, I didn't know he was doing that one.
She did know.
Oh, she did.
Well, listen, while we're coming up, there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? What y'all talking about?
We're just talking about
You gotta cut all
NBA load management. No, I'm not cutting it out. Nothing's been cut out. It's just all
Unfiltered,
gonna
bro.
be- It's just all gonna be in
all
there.
unedited.
Yeah,
Just
it's
got
unedited.
it.
It's all just. I'm just gonna
Whoa.
upload the video.
That's not what unfiltered means.
Well, I mean, it's unfiltered, but like unedited as well. It's part of that.
Why are you recording? I was just
saying
saying
That's
that.
the real question.
Well, I'm not recording a podcast.
Yes. Podcasts are too
Cause
Most podcasts these days are filmed though.
I mean, like I'm gonna upload the video onto YouTube as well, so people see like expressions, like we laughing and whatnot, and also if somebody walks through. But like I got the recording, of course, and plus Spotify has a thing where you can upload a video, so I might do that, or I might just upload.
You
audio
can
on
upload to
Spotify.
Spotify.
Oh yeah. I already have. I put
Wait.
the channel trailer up there on Spotify.
That's great. So wait, hold on. You don't need like to reach a certain level to upload on Spotify?
No.
Platforms like that?
No. I got some I forgot what it's called. That just lets me upload it. Just puts it straight on the Spotify.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So we ready for the next topic?
Yeah, let's get in there. What you wanna start with? You wanna go just straight to anime? Like you wanna start with anime?
Would it make more sense to transition to a more broader topic, or more sense to transition to a more specific topic?
Transition more specific. So let's end it off really easy.
Okay.
Alright, so let's transition a little bit. You like anime. Everybody in the room. And anime is a big part of a lot of people's lives now, especially like culture. I'm not gonna lie, anime.
Grew up with that shit as a kid, man.
You know what I'm saying, man. So put the recording on some anime, bro. Put them on. What's your favorite anime? What you feeling,
Okay,
bro?
don't say put me on, because I feel like most people who hear this already know what Hunter x Hunter is.
Put those who don't watch anime. Like me, like I've seen Dragon Ball and whatnot, but like I love anime, I do, but I can't sit there and watch all them because there's so many, bro. So
That's
just
facts.
put me on to something, bro.
Now, if you've never touched anime before, right? Like you've seen here and there, but you never sat down and watched a series.
Right.
Pick a OG but go to series. Either Dragon Ball Z, right? So always my number one recommendation. Naruto, phenomenal anime, right? For starters, it's not too complicated, very simple, right? It's long. It's long, but
I said he was off
but
to the side.
I-
It's long.
I feel like once you get into it, you figure out that it's worth it. I mean, I don't think any anime like you should be deterred by the length, because you either gonna like it or you not. And if you like it, you gonna love the fact that it's like 8,000 episodes.
True.
But if you don't like it, just stop. Just try something else. There's so many different animes with so many different topics and genres. Like this, you simply cannot let something like this make you quit.
They literally have a basketball anime, bro.
Bro, those shits are gas.
Is that gas,
I've
bro?
never been able to finish one, right? But what was it? I think it's Kuriko no Basketball, something like that. It was one basketball anime with the dude with the, he has red hair. I don't know, man. It looks dope. It looks dope. I tried watching the first episode, and it was cool. I never got hooked, but it was cool. Like you said, there's sports animes all out there. You got Blue Lock now that's blowing up, a soccer anime.
For the soccer anime now, too, man.
They got an anime for everything.
Bro. Like,
I don't think there's a single thing you can name that I can't. Well,
that
that might be a task for both of the niggas. Cause I'm not. I won't say I'm proficient like that, but I feel like there's a good bit of stuff out there that you doesn't anime.
Right.
Yeah. No, but Naruto, DBZ. I'm not a fan of One Piece, but I heard it's a great starter.
I have to look over the mark, see.
I didn't hear that.
Raina, this is part of, like I was saying, like, so you know how you asked about the video earlier? I didn't mean to just like cut into it, but like, you know how I asked about the video? So like, you know, people can see like if I just looked off to the side, because I just looked off the side at Mark, and when Sydney was doing like hand motion, I kind of looked off the side, so people can see like stuff like that. Of course, on the Spotify audio, you're gonna be confused. That's why I kind of was like Sydney's off to the side looking, but you know, you're gonna be a little confused, but I'm like, you know, it's whichever you want to pick.
I guess.
It's a more of a natural feel.
Right.
No, but never been a fan of One Piece before, but One Piece is a great starter. Fairy Tail. I personally do not like Fairy Tail, but if you want an anime, but the reason I did like Fairy Tail is because it has so many tired tropes. Like I've seen it all before. It felt boring. But if you've never watched an anime before, you're gonna love Fairy Tail.
It's good.
Great. Yeah. And in terms,
I didn't really care about them. I got her off to the side. Hold up. I'm like, I just did her dirty on accident. There we go. Yeah, it's okay.
No.
It's a career. People, you know.
Now, an anime that, despite my better judgment, that I like to put niggas on is Hunter x Hunter, and that's simply because that's my favorite anime of all time. That shit to me, right, was so gas because it started off like any typical anime I used to watch, like typical shonen type. If you don't know what shonen is, it's basically like hero or story gets stronger, beats main villain at the very end. That's literally what essentially a shonen is, right?
Right.
And like it was like that. And I like the characters was cool. I think the fighting system was fun. Right? It's really interesting. It's not simple at all. Apparently, like the shit gets confusing at times, but it's a nice watch. And then like at the very end, it switches it up on you in a way I didn't expect. Right? And I won't say it here because it gets that put niggas on.
That's what
I feel like there's so little people who don't know who Hunter x Hunter is, but if you don't, okay, I don't even know what you said.
I didn't like nothing registered. I didn't hear nothing. What did you say?
Oh, I said I feel like your opinions don't matter, but
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
But no, Hunter x Hunter is gas, and if you haven't watched it, I would recommend definitely trying it out. And if it is your first anime, then just go in right with an open mind. Don't judge it too quickly. You know what I mean? Let that shit settle in first, and then decide, you know, if you fuck with it.
I feel you. I feel you. Alright, so let's jump into our last topic. Let's talk about it. So, Dragon Ball Z, we're not gonna talk about Super. Super is good, but we're not gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the classic that is DBZ.
I don't
bro.
like Super. I gotta be honest.
It's-
Super got some dope ass characters.
Right.
I don't like Super though. I simply don't like the route they take with transformations. All of that shit. I feel like it's a tad bit overplayed how they did Super. But they got some dope characters. Like Goku Black is fine.
Right. Like some of that stuff is good, but like I don't like the animation versus like Z. I don't like the little cartoony more animation. I get it. I understand it's more modern. You know, it's better probably for them.
It's too smooth.
Right.
Bro. Dragon Ball Z always had this level of grittiness to it. And
Right.
even when Kai came out, it was smoother, but it still had
Kai
that.
was still grainy and gritty
Yeah.
like that. It still had the elements from Z. It was just dumbed down a little bit for like more like sensitive audience, more like children and whatnot.
Yeah, Super felt like I was watching a slice of life, nigga. Bro, like I don't know. Something about Super I could never get into. I read the manga though. That's what I did for Super.
So ending at DBZ, we saw the last arc that ended DBZ was the Buu saga, of course. Right, that was the last saga until we got into Super.
Yeah.
Right, I believe so. From the anime, I don't know about the manga, but I believe that's where it ended. It is okay. So we saw Goku defeat Buu and whatnot. Said goodbye to him, whatnot, all that and whatnot. So let's talk about that ending. Like, is that? I want to ask first. Like, were you satisfied with the way that was the ending?
Did you get to the ending? Like where
I can't remember fully.
Goku fights like Kid Oob.
Oh yeah.
That to me that ending was not like I couldn't ask for anything better. That shit was it was gas, bro. It was emotional because you was watching all your favorite characters go over, right? But they was also introducing a whole new nigga that you didn't know what they was gonna do with. Shit was cool. I like that. Oh, I have to let him a lot of clips, right? But I think Goku's outfit in the ending is his best outfit to date.
That was cold. I love his orange gi, his classic orange gi, but when he switched it to the like teal, blue looking gi, that was so clean, bro.
I was like, damn, this nigga never grew up.
Finally changed his clothes, bro.
Like, bro, we're wearing that same orange gi.
Got like 40 of them in the closet, bro. They rip every battle. He just go in there. Oh man, Chi-Chi, where's my other one, bro? Just grab it from the closet.
I'm not gonna do Goku like that. Bro, put on some grips sometimes. The whole cast did put on some grips
They
sometimes.
did. I always wanted the dude that was what's called the same armor. I've always wanted that, bro. That was so badass, bro.
They used to put that shit on for real.
Oh my god. So
I think it was a dope version.
it does. I definitely feel like I was satisfied. I feel like that should have just been the end. I love Super, but like I feel like I would have been better off if like Super would have been like a what if like GT. Nah.
I would say you're right. I didn't know if I wanted that to be the ending of the entire series. I feel like the introduction of Ooh implied there was more. I just don't feel like Goku should have been part of any series
Is
in the
Ooh
future.
in Super?
He in the manga he just got introduced. He just now getting
It
introduced.
was literally. I love Dragon Ball, but like that's questionable.
I'm so confused on how that works. Cause maybe I'm tripping. Was the ending of DBZ not canon?
That wouldn't make sense. Like, why is it? I feel like that it should be. I feel like it was canon. I
Cause
don't
the
know.
end of
People can fact
DBZ,
check this.
Goku literally ends up going with that GT. Was it GT he ended up flying away with Shenron? Or was it DBZ? No.
No, that might have been GT. I don't remember the ending of GT. It's been a while since I watched GT. I can't find.
Okay, maybe that I might be too. I might be mixing one. I think GT is when he flies off with Shenron. But nah, he definitely fights Oob at the end of the series.
Right.
Now Oob is just now being introduced.
Where he been? It don't line up. It don't make sense.
I don't know. But at the end of the day, right, separating any of the content from DBZ is just a show. It was a great ending.
Right.
Yeah,
I feel like Super. I feel like I did want it to kind of end after Z, but I feel like I understand it because Dragon Ball it's very timeless. I mean, like with Super, when I was bringing in a lot of new fans, it's for the newer generation. Like we had Z, this new generation now has Super. After that, they're gonna have whatever they decide to do after that, and it's just gonna keep going. I feel like DB could keep going on for a good minute.
No, the manga writer has no intention of slowing down. Apparently,
Right.
that nigga keeps making shit.
Right? He just keep producing them, man. He just keep putting them out. Alright, so with that ending, so at the end of Cell Saga, I probably my favorite saga thing. We saw Trunks was badass. The whole thing with Goku, Goku's coming up and whatnot. The whole thing with Gohan's arc done in Cell Saga was just so amazing. It was phenomenal. Vegeta too had that little arc where he stopped being selfish, and as soon as he saw like Trunks go down, I'm probably spoiling it for people, but I mean
It's Dragon Ball Z.
You should know. You should know.
You don't know. You just out of luck.
That's what I'm saying. I thought the video slowed down a little bit. No, I'm just slow moving. Does it look slow?
Is it slowing down? I don't know. Maybe a bit laggy, but it's not crazy.
Man, that's nothing crazy. It's a video. Just
But no,
listen to this phone.
No, but like I think Cell Saga was great. It had lots of good points, a lot of character development, right? Fights with gas, and it was phenomenal.
Phenomenal transformation.
And I think I know where you're going with this one, right? Gohan, 100% should have taken over.
He should have.
He should have 100% taken over as the main character of the series, but I don't think Goku should not have been in the picture. I feel like Goku still should have played a major role, but I feel like because they still tried to focus on Gohan after the Cell Saga. Yeah, he had this whole great saying, man. Thing. He really looked dumb.
Right. Man, that was a terrible fit. I feel like that was like midlife crisis for him, bro. Because he was trying to be like, oh man, let me still show that I'm a Super Saiyan and whatnot, but let me disguise it
Like I thought that was part of his character arc. He was going with the great Saiyan man because he was having this whole trouble with accepting who he was.
And he wanted to keep his identity because he was going to college, right? Yeah. So he was living the actual school life, which I don't know how he got into college. I don't think we've ever seen him actually go to school when he was supposed to go to school.
He had that nigga studying.
I know, but every time there was school around, wasn't there some type of fight or something, bro?
That's actually bad. I don't know what college bro got his head. He's a doctor now, so he did something.
He did something right, bro.
But no, I feel like they tried to, and I just feel like Akira Toriyama said, the fans just weren't fucking with it.
I feel you.
They just wanted Goku. And if I'm being honest, the Boo Saga ending this close to making me change my mind, because I feel like, again, like you said, perfect ending for real. Goku's a beloved character, right? Golden character I had growing up, right? But I still feel like story-wise, it would have made much more sense. Because in the show, he literally is passing the torch to his son.
Right.
That was there
passing the torch. The whole thing with the Cell at the end, bro. Literally, Goku dies. He sacrificed himself. Thinks he kills Cell. Really, he comes back. Go home on one arm, and then we get the final shot of him. With the father-son coming up in one arm, and it's just Gohan just. It looked like that was his coming up story basically, and then they just Boo Saga come around. I'm not mad they brought back Goku. Of course you got to bring him back. Why would you take him completely out?
The way
of the
they
show?
brought him back I won't say it made sense. It did make sense.
Yeah.
The way they brought him back, right? It wasn't like he was there, but he was dead. He can only come back at certain times. He had a certain limit, right? I liked it that way because it kept Goku at a certain distance to where he couldn't be the main focus.
Right, but he was still in that mentor role.
Every time he showed up, it was gas. Right, this nigga turned Super Saiyan 3. That's still my favorite transformation.
Super Saiyan 3 is such a gas.
Super Saiyan 3 is so tough.
He pulled that out his ass, bro. Which is Super Saiyan 3. And where did you get that from, bro?
I think at that point we realized that these are never gonna stop. Because Super Saiyan 3.
Super Saiyan 3 is nuts. That's a lot.
We doing 3 of these.
We had 3, and then we got the non-canon, right? Non-canon 4. 4 is not canon.
4 should be canon, but it's not canon.
It's so gas. It should have been canon.
Phenomenal transformation, but it's not canon, unfortunately. Then you got God, which is the 4th one canonically, right? You got Super Saiyan Blue guy.
Blue.
You got Super Saiyan Blue guy. You can't relax. Ultra Instinct.
Ultra
right?
Instinct has got to be the
Master
gas
Ultra Instinct.
transformation.
No,
That's
so
so
it
gas.
looks phenomenal, but I'm tired of them
Right.
giving this nigga the
Right.
Like, if they would have read straight from the Super Saiyan God thing to Ultra Instinct, oh, it's like a byproduct of his God powers.
Right.
But no, they just kept adding different
Adding
shit for this nigga.
transformate this milestones. Like we should have just gone from here to here. We should have gone from A to D. Why do we have to hit B and C? going?
Vegeta's part, which was even dumber, because they had to keep him up with Goku, right?
And he wasn't keeping up like that. Like in GT, they literally he couldn't get Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Bulma had to make something to transform him. That was so.
When I watched that, I was like, this is the most Mickey shit I've ever seen in my life.
They-
Because you telling me Bulma had this kind of technology? Why was this even an issue in the first? She could have done this at the very beginning of the series. Why in the hell? Maybe there was some kind of explanation, but why in the hell did it take her this long? Like, yo, I had this crazy device that, just up your power and multiply it several hundreds of
How
times.
did she make that? She made a device that literally makes you transform into Super Saiyan, which was a form that you can only get like certain amount of people could get, bro. Which after a while, it was just like Goten and
Yeah.
Trunks just as kids, just Super Saiyan just as jokes. That was hilarious, bro.
I think what it was, first of all, that was crazy. When I watched that the first time, I was like, damn, this shit lost all its
They
luster.
really just showed Vegeta and Goku like y'all really ain't all that, bro. I mean, I can just hide. I do that to go run in the park, like what?
Like, bro, they took Super Saiyan and they massacred his name. Bro, that shit not that difficult, bro.
They showed it. I feel like that was a good point though, was to like show like Super Saiyan wasn't all that, so that we could upgrade to like 2 and like 3. Which two is just right. It's just one.
It's called an Ascended Saiyan. It's literally just them strong, which made sense to me, right? He just trained and got stronger with Super Saiyan 1. I feel like Super Saiyan 3, as cool as it is, I fucking love Super Saiyan 3, right? I feel like it came out of nowhere. Like Goku was basically just like, he was like, I found the power to go beyond, and he went beyond. Which is cool. I'm just like,
he was in the afterlife working his ass off and just said Super Saiyan 3 one day, and I was like, oh shit, I can't wait to show everybody on Earth that.
and then Super Saiyan 4, what it was with that was, it apparently, like, I feel like the reason they did what they did, right, was because according to, like, I think, according to the lore, Super Saiyan 4 is not really a part of the linear transformations. It's like him tapping into, like, something primal with the Saiyans and
Right.
shit, which is why he gets his tail and the fur back.
Right.
But
Which was honestly one of my favorite transformations.
it looks so cool.
Like,
It just,
he taps into like the great Saiyan 8 part of him, but also the Super Saiyan combines that together. That's just, it's the epitome of the Saiyan in a sense.
facts. I feel like I won't say I feel like, because I feel like Super Saiyan God doesn't make any sense. But I do wish they went with the Super Saiyan 4 and Super. I feel like that would have been so dope.
It really would. Super Saiyan 4 should have been
that
super.
would have been so hard. But I like Super Saiyan God. I thought it was a cool little transformation. You need 5 Saiyans to achieve this power.
Right.
It didn't feel like it came out of nowhere, right? They set it up real good. All the movies were gas, right? It's just right when they started, like, you could tell they started to fall in execution when it comes to how Goku would overcome his problems.
Right. It's just, here's a transformation. This person's stronger. Goku just got a transformation. Oh man, here he goes. Like,
bro, to this day, Super Saiyan Blue still just, it sucks to me because why? What do you mean the nigga turned Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan God? This shit is called Super Saiyan God.
he like squared it, bro. He just squared Super Saiyan and got Super Saiyan Blue.
It don't make sense. But no, damn, we got way off.
We was, that's what I said, we was on, let's backtrack to Gohan.
To the Gohan
So,
thing, right?
yeah, with Gohan, I feel like he should have been the lead. I feel like everything after the Cell Saga, I feel like everything from his first introduction set it up. Like, when we was getting backstories of Gohan, when we first saw his power with Piccolo, everything was, when he fought Raditz, everything was setting up for him to be the main lead. And at the end of the Cell Saga, he was so badass. I was like, wow.
You're doing with
Favorite
Gohan.
character.
I didn't even know.
No, you
They're
good.
doing with Gohan right now with the new movie with the whole Beast Gohan shit. They're doing what they should have done years ago with
What
that.
they should have done.
Right, because his whole thing was he was someone, right, who wasn't like the rest of the Saiyans or even any of the Z fighters. He had like a latent potential that no one could really realize. It was supposed to be
Untapped. They was just
greater,
right.
right, than anything anyone has ever seen. Which I guess is the explanation they use for Beast Gohan,
Right.
which makes sense if you were to do it with the right timing. Now it just feels like another cop out.
Now I feel like they just produced that because we feel like giving something. Like at the end, like he should have. Ultimate Gohan, he's pretty badass.
Gas.
Ultimate Gohan is gas, but like Buu Saga, I feel like they should have. He should have been the one to. I feel like he should have been the one to kill Buu once and for all. He should have been the one to get rid of Buu.
It would have been 6.
He should have been the one to get rid of Buu because Buu was essentially his enemy in a sense. That was essentially his bad guy to face. That was essentially his proving ground. I know he proved it with Cell, but like Buu was supposed to be like his next proving ground.
It was supposed to show that he could step up and be the protector of Earth.
Right. Right.
But then all he did was, like, he had this whole arm. We see him pull out fucking sword out the stone like he fucking King Arthur.
Right.
He gets a whole new form and gets washed.
And then
Doesn't make no sense.
And then at the end, they gotta bring Goku in there to finish it off, and Vegeta too. In a sense, like Cell Saga, we saw Gohan surpass Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
But then Buu Saga feels like it backtracks that because then at the end we still end up with Vegeta and Goku being the ones who are the main focus towards the end. Like first half was Gohan's focus, and then we just were like, we kind of don't like that. Let's go back to Goku.
Fuck all that.
Just forget all that development. Like I feel like you said, Beast should have been. I feel like that should have been introduced. Something like a new form for Gohan should have been introduced at the end, and that should have helped him destroy Buu. And that should have been it.
Like it didn't even have to really be a new form. It's
Right.
just after Ultimate Gohan got out of Buu's stomach, which is crazy. That nigga really got ate. I would not let that happen to me personally.
Our whole thing was crazy, bro. He was turning over the characters, like it was Jolly Ranchers or something, bro.
But,
Like,
no, I feel like after he got out, because no one got stronger during that arc.
Right.
Goku was where he was. No one besides, I guess, Gotenks and Trunks and got stronger, but they really fused.
I feel like they definitely got stronger than that arc because I feel like they did learn the fusion and whatnot, which is crazy because the whole thing with the saying is that's how Gohan is so strong, not only because of the untapped potential, but the fact that the more you go down the lineage and the more you breed with the human, I believe they said, it just makes them stronger. So it's like Goten and Trunks are like freaking, well, Goten should be stronger than Trunks in a sense.
They were like purity in Saiyan's hearts, right?
Right.
Makes them stronger. The human blood makes them more pure.
Right.
Which is crazy explanation, but I guess
It's like,
I
okay,
guess.
that's how they do it. All right, man.
No, I feel like when I say that, I really mean in the sense that besides Gohan, no one got a huge transformation. Okay,
Goku got the 3. Well, no, technically, you could say he got the 1, but he had it for a minute technically while he was dead.
I don't know how to word this for someone who hasn't watched the series, but I feel like if someone watched the series, they would know.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh, I know my peripheral.
You good. Nah, but I feel like those who are watching the series know what I mean when I'm saying Goku already could turn Super Saiyan 3. Even before he even fought Majin Vegeta.
Right.
He learned how to turn Super Saiyan 3 for a good bit.
Right.
I
There's
guess
some time jump he learned it. He just never showed.
I guess Majin Vegeta is technically a transformation. But in reality it's not. It's more like a power boost, I would say. Yeah. I feel like Ultimate Gohan was the one true transformation we saw someone develop during that saga, and it should have culminated in this nigga using his newfound powers to beat the actual villain.
Yep.
So why is he literally got this saga solidified this nigga as a side character, bro.
Yeah, they were like I understand that like Goku's they're like you think of Dragon Ball, you're not thinking of Gohan or Vegeta. You might think of Vegeta, but you thinking somebody say Dragon Ball, you like Goku, bro. That just comes straight to mind. Goku is the first character somebody would say. Like if you ask somebody casually, they're gonna say Goku. That's gonna be the first name that comes to mind. So I feel like, as much as I wanted Gohan to be that main, the main character, take over that role, I feel like, in a sense, from their point, we already had Goku established. We already had everybody know his name, and I feel like we can't just usher Gohan into that position because we already got Goku as the one who's selling us and selling all all the merch and whatnot.
It was a popularity and numbers thing because
Right.
I mean, you have one of the biggest mangas animes in the world, right? You have a character with established branding, right? He is the face of your series.
He's the face
you
of the
can't
whole
really
thing.
just be like, hey, for story's sake, let's make this a new character.
Let's push him to the side. I feel like they could have executed it to where, like you said, just have Goku there. He's dead and he comes back here and there, whatnot. Like in the Cell Saga, like in the movies, like in BoJack, when Gohan's getting beat up and whatnot. And Goku come down and just punch him. All them DBZ movies were honestly just phenomenal, bro.
I don't know if a single DBZ movie missed.
That's
Except for
what I'm
the
saying.
Garlic Jr. shits.
The Garlic Jr., the Time Zone thing or whatever, the Trio, I didn't watch those ones, but
Trio Life was gas.
I need to watch those because he was gas. But all three, hold on, let me not say all three Broly's. Third Broly was trash. That one missed. I'm gonna ignore that.
Nuts.
They were just banking off Broly's success, and they were like, well, we gotta bring him back somehow.
Why do they think making Broly a green goober bullshit? Right?
They
ever fly? Why would you want to see that?
I did not want to clone a Broly, bro. I'd rather just I'd be like, yeah, he dead, bro, or bring him back somehow in a way that wasn't him to clone. But the two Broly movies, both gas. Which the second Broly movie is a good showing. I love that because not only does it solidify Gohan in a sense, which they should have done in the series, but you had Goku, Gohan, and Goten hit that Kamehameha.
Family coming out was dope.
That man saw three of Goku, and the PTSD was just kicking, bro. I know he was heated, bro. Oh my god.
The way that story starts is so funny to me too, because this nigga wakes up. Is on BT immediately. He don't care about the fact that Goku is 20 years younger than when he last saw him.
Right.
He just sees the fact that
he just sees a dude that looks like Goku, doesn't question nothing. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna smoke with
his ass immediately. He didn't say no words. He just said cackle and just started whooping this nigga's
just
ass.
straight smoke, bro. It was hilarious, man.
Dope. The second movie was dope. The fight was dope. The first, I don't think it's topping the first movie.
The first was a
the
beast,
soundtrack that first movie had, when Broly's transformation in that first
top
movie.
transformation for me. I love Gohan's and I love the emotion, but Broly's transformation, the fact that he just the intensity, the music. They had Pantera's 10, bro. I love that song on there.
DBZ is the only I feel like anime that can really take a character that has no type of actual backstory. Broly is mad at this nigga because he cried during a kid. They pulled that out of his
backstory. I was a terrible backstory, but he was such
they pulled it out of his ass. I didn't give two damns. He was still such a cool character that I liked him.
Bro exploded. That was his transformation. He literally his skin ripped. And he transformed. So some of his feats, bro. He clotheslined everybody on the fighters, bro. He was just WWEing everyone. He used Goku as a trampoline, right? That was just vicious.
He made Vegeta look like a bitch.
Vegeta was a bitch, bro.
He walked through a Kamehameha. Super Saiyan, by the way.
He just walked through it, bro. He literally stood up there, point blank, and then just grabbed Goku.
He said that Goku was traumatized, bro. He was like, how do you do that?
What he did with Piccolo, bro, was disrespectful. I forget who he knocked out. I think it was Trunks and Goku. Clothesline them, bro. Kept running, bro. Kicked Piccolo like he was a soccer ball. Like he was a can in the street. Mark, you remember that? Like he was a can in the street. Kicked him, bro, and punted him.
It was crazy because bro was horizontal and bro just said.
He said, "Don't," and then he blew a energy blast at him while he was up there too. That was just.
It was disrespectful. Vegeta, bro.
That whole fight was disrespectful.
Vegeta didn't want no smoke, and then he was just like,
I would have want smoke with him, nigga. He look like that either. And then he got his ass beat.
That's the thing. It was within seconds. He's Super Saiyan, went Super Saiyan, hit him with another clothesline through a building, and then Vegeta just done, bro. He lost Super Saiyan.
Why would they give him that whole speech, that whole soundtrack, right?
For him to just get done like that?
He essentially got one tapped.
It was terrible, bro.
They're comedians. Now I feel like the way he died was crazy. They really just gave him power and Goku punched him.
It was honestly, they really were just finding an excuse because they made Broly like this
He
badass.
too strong.
And they were like, okay, we made him too strong. We really Goku, they gotta live because if not, everybody's dead. I know this is not canon, but
I was watching that movie like, are these niggas gonna get a new transformation? Because it looks like they're about to
are we about to
lose.
lose? That was Broly gotta be one of the only villains that I was actually rooting for him. Not gonna lie, because I was like, yeah, he too cold, bro. I feel like, yeah, you got that, bro. Sorry, Goku. But then they were all like, here's my energy, and he just
Punch you that nigga, and apparently that's
punched him in the scar, bro. That was filthy, bro. That was dirty, bro. I know they showed him like exploding, but like I remember like reading that wasn't actually what happened. He just got punched and that was it. Knocked out or whatnot.
Well, he just got knocked out. He didn't explode.
No, he didn't explode and die and whatnot. But like that was just like theatrics and whatnot. I don't know what actually happened. I can't remember.
So you're telling me this nigga punched Broly?
That's how he lives. That's how he lives in the
out?
second. That's how he lives in the second. He doesn't actually explode. Something else happens, but that punch still affected him.
I think they accidentally. Am I tweaked? I think they accidentally whisked him back with the Dragon Balls. Because I know there was trying to find the Dragon Balls in the beginning of the second movie, but I have no idea what happens between that and when Broly pops up and starts whooping Goku's
Let me try to find out. I know I'm looking at my phone a lot. People on this and the Spotify is gonna be so confused because I'm just looking down the whole
I
time.
mean, do we need to make filler noise?
Man, how did Broly come back? Okay.
I mean,
Broly come back alive. It's been 7 years. Then Broly comes resurrected. He comes resurrected, but they don't say. Okay, ready? Don't fail me.
I was about to say that because I knew he died in that first movie.
Well, he didn't actually blow it up. He just expelled a lot of energy, which was what he did during his transformation. That makes sense. And he does have. They say he has regenerative powers. So I guess he was in like a coma after that.
When the fuck did they establish that?
I mean, the fact that he exploded, his skin came back. I feel like something with that. I need more explanation to that because that's still crazy to this day. Watching the man scream as his skin's being torn and he just explodes and then just comes back as.
Dave was just having fun. It was just having fun with Broly.
That movie's really crazy. Broly, they was like, yo, we just gonna have this badass character, bro. Let's fuck it, bro.
You said you watched more DC movies, right?
Yeah, I watched. So like,
our last thing, right?
Second Broly's, both Coolers, BoJack, Super Android 13.
If you had to pick right, and this could be like our last topic of discussion.
Right, I got you.
If you had to pick, right, the top movie villain, number one, who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite out of all
movie
the
villains? Yeah.
out of all the BBC movies? Definitely Broly. It's got. I feel like, because we were just talking about it. I feel like let me exclude Broly. He's definitely number one.
Yeah.
Broly's definitely number one.
Yeah.
But number two, definitely got to be it's hard because Cooler was cool, BoJack was cool, Super Android 13 was hilarious.
BoJack was a punk.
BoJack should have been way cooler than he was, bro. But like his introduction, bro, he comes out of the shadows, bro. He was like, "It's been so long since I snapped somebody's neck." I was like, "Dang, bro." That was such a cold line, but I feel like it's gotta be cooler. If not Broly, then cooler.
No, that's a phenomenal pick. I honestly got yours flipped, if I'm being honest.
I feel you.
Because, man, the way me and my brothers got fucking hyped when we saw that fifth form that Cooler pulled off.
Coolest form. When he put on the mask and everything too, I was like, bro, that's so gas.
We damn near flipped the couch when we first seen that shit, bro. It was so gas. Just because of like memories and stuff, I put Cooler as number one. I like
That's fair.
Metacooler. I like Metacooler too. Like
Metacooler was cool, and the whole like thing with it is that he went into
the Big Getty stuff.
Big Getty Star, and that
Yeah.
revives him, and then he just that beating that he gave Goku and Vegeta was insane with them clones, bro. They jumped them boys.
Bro. Watching that movie for the first time and seeing like thousands of niggas pop up out of the horizon.
Man, Vegeta was regretting coming to that planet.
He said, "Why did I help this?"
Oh, bro. They were always getting beat during their movies, bro.
No, they got the first half of a DBZ movie is trademark for them niggas getting their ass
The Z
completely
fighters
washed.
just getting their ass beat, boy. Oh my
Like
god.
Super 13. No, that's
No, Super. Let's talk about Super 13 when Goku he grabbed Goku by the leg, punched him in the balls, and threw him on the ground, bro.
And then that nigga's blood. And then that nigga's blood.
Goten. If
Right.
that was canon, there would be no Goten.
No Goten, right? And then that nigga's bloodline. Bro, he did the entirety of the Z Fighters fucking insane. Grab this nigga Vegeta by the skull. Breaks his. No, what does he do, right? He breaks this nigga back.
If I remember, yeah.
And does he take, like, pause. Does he take the blast and blow him up after that, or was that
I
Trunks?
think he did hit. It might have been Trunks.
No, it was.
Trunks was getting dirty in the movies too. I'm not gonna lie. I love Trunks, but they was doing it in the movies, bro.
I think the only thing I specifically remember from that last scene where Goku was charging up the spirit bomb and all
That
the
was-
Z fighters getting their ass
That
whooped
was so cool.
was how badly Piccolo got his dome stomped
Piccolo. Vegeta and Trunks served in them movies for like. Well, Vegeta and Piccolo specifically served in the movies to have them badass entrances, but then also get their shit washed, bro.
on. Piccolo, Trunks, and Vegeta, all three of them,
Yep.
they would always come in, like really tough, right? Right, they had cold entrances. You just liked their character because
Right.
they exuded swag.
They would do like the
And they-
side character, the side villain dirty, right? Defeat them and whatnot,
And
and
the
then
main villain would beat them in the most disrespectful way. Because I don't
Versus
remember
the
in
villain.
which order and what happens to who, but I know someone's gets their back broken.
right.
Someone is getting tossed around by their dome, right? And someone gets stomped on multiple times.
Yeah, bro.
Like-
Oh my god, that movie was insane. The whole with that transformation with Goku, bro, when he the spear bomb and then with the
That shit
Super
was
Saiyan,
nice.
that was so hard, right?
that
He ain't
shit
do nothing, bro. He stood there and just watched dude disintegrate and punch the hole through him, bro. Oh, that reminds me of the other Dragon Ball movie, the one with the
Slug.
big the
Oh.
giant monster, remember? With a Tapion. And Dragon Fist, bro.
I forgot about that movie.
Man.
That movie is underrated as shit. But
It
it's
really is.
coded. It's fucking
It
phenomenal.
really is. I watched that the other day. It was so good, bro. Just to watch that Dragon Fist again, bro, so good.
When he did the Dragon Fist, man, niggas had to give a standing ovation.
Wow, bro, that was so good.
I like the Dragon Fist. I like the main villain, even though I can never pronounce his name.
Oh, I can't remember his name now. I know it started with
It's
a bunch of
something
names.
super
That big old
complicated.
bug-looking skull monster, bro. I remember he transformed into like a fly or something, bro.
I thought it
It
was
was
the
hilarious, man. Well, to the side. That was Danny on to the side. Hey.
What's up, Dan?
So,
but nah.
yeah.
I was gonna say, what's your least favorite DBZ movie?
Least favorite DBZ movie villain? If anything, it would definitely have to be from the movies that I've watched. It would either be that villain from that movie, only because like the true main villain was the like smaller little guy. That was actually the real villain of it.
Yeah.
If we were to like take it specifically, and BoJack, as cold as I said that line he dropped was, you were right. He was a custard. You know, he didn't really do that much. Gohan.
Sick was a
Did him
loser,
dirty.
and then he transformed just to get his ass beat still, which
Yeah,
is crazy.
Gohan punched the hole. That was a reoccurring theme in that movie. Son, punching a hole through the
They
chest, bro.
love
That was
scene.
it, bro.
They love that
The
scene.
Dragon Fist was through it, bro. The punch through Broly, bro. The punch through Super 13 and BoJack. It was all just punches through the chest, but I mean the stomach, bro. And that was it. That was the finish.
I'm not gonna lie, nah. I feel like I might have to retract my previous statement because you're opening up a lot of the repressed movies I put in my dome. Not all DBZ villains are cool. Not movie villains, I mean. Like, Garlic Jr.
To see those are only because I didn't.
But that's
watch
so
those.
early, though.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like
that was
early on.
really
Like we were
early.
talking about, like
Yeah.
that was pre pre-Saiyan saga? So pre-Vegeta came in there?
Yeah, no. Goku still had I think he still had his pole in that movie.
Yeah. Like who remembers Goku having that pole?
That
bro?
might have been a DB movie if I'm not mistaken.
It might have been. It might have been borderline DB.
But Garlic Jr. The movie was probably really bad. I really like what was it called, the Dead Zone.
That's why I was talking about the Dead Zone with the dude who like came back at the transformation and whatnot.
I think Slug was dumb as hell, right?
Right. Slug was the little dude, right?
No, Slug was the Namekian.
Oh, okay. Slug was the Namekian. Garlic Jr. was the little guy who comes back in Dead Zone and transforms or whatnot and they beat him again. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, I had to think about it.
Slug was the Namekian that got really big and then Goku turned into like a false Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah, the first introduction of the Super Saiyan. That was pretty nice, but I feel like we never should have got that little preview. I feel like.
No, it was. I like it when Goku gets fucking serious and rages in the movies. Just whenever he does it, it's like some weird transformation we never see again. But it's cool.
Right.
And then I think I was mentioning how you never saw the Tree of Life. I talked about Turles. I think Turles is lazy.
To watch that.
It's not a bad movie, but if you look up Turles right now, he's
He literally. I've seen him because I've seen him for Xenoverse 2 and whatnot, or whichever game it is. He's literally just like he's basically essentially with Goku Black in a sense, where it's just literally like you take Goku, but he was literally Goku, but like more like Saiyan.
Essentially, quite literally an evil Goku in both design and story.
Right.
He was just lazy. This nigga took a bite of the Tree of Life. He got stronger.
He just kept getting that. That's what we was talking about earlier too. When we was talking about like it wasn't really a lot of transformation. When sometimes people just get power up. So like I was gonna reference that when he just bites the tree, the stuff from the Tree of Life and just gets power. That's not really a transformation. That's him just eating the fruit and just power up.
Exactly. Well, that being said, I feel like
that rounds it out, doesn't it?
Everything that we wanted to talk about.
I don't know how long that went on. I have no clue.
But how do we end this? It's gotta it's gotta have like a central topic. Like why are people tuning in to watch this or listen to it? Like what's the captive?
You wanna have like a topic ender or something, or you just wanna? I feel like we got some good points. I feel like we could just end this shit out there. I feel like that rounds out the episode pretty much.
You said no overall arching theme.
There's no theme. We just get out here and talk about whatever. That's the whole thing. The spontaneity. Oh man, I said that first try, didn't I?
I fuck with it.
That spontaneity of Unfiltered is just we just come out here and talk about whatever. And so
I fuck with that.
I said it's a W first episode, my brother. I appreciate you being out here.
I appreciate you having me.
We're gonna go. We might go record another session or something, like some gaming, if I could get everything of that up, or we might film we're just gonna film another session after that. So, without further ado, that has been the first episode of the Unfiltered podcast. Pretty good episode, pretty solid episode. Very looking forward to the future of this because.
Me too, man. It's just gonna be gas. All the guests you gonna have on is gonna be gas. I'm definitely gonna be excited for when this shit expand and you start reaching out to people, who like really have a name. But I know you're gonna get to that stage, bro. It's gonna be so crazy seeing this nigga when he don't switch up on us now.
Hey, I know, bro. Never switch up. Never forget your roots, man.
Nah, I feel like I like the idea. I like the way you're going about it, and you're clearly working hard towards it. So.
Right, I appreciate it. I forgot one part I was going to implement things. So we might have said your name during it, but we never said your name. But here's the thing I want to do on the show. Guests come on and whatnot, but you could, what do you want to be called on the show? Because you're going to be recurring, going to be on like the gaming videos and whatnot. So what do you want to be nicknamed on the show? What do you want to be called? Like if I had like a
nickname?
Yeah.
No, okay, we're not calling me Big King, bro.
like if I had like a plate down there when let me point over there. That like said your name and whatnot, like what would be on there? What would be the nickname?
I don't know, man. I don't think we gotta change it up, right? Sticking to my roots.
Right.
That's my true name. In fact, call me my full shit. Call me my government.
Okay, y'all heard him. Call me full government.
My name is Awesome Matthew. I'm a rugby. The second.
The second, bro. There we go, bro. That's what we gonna have on there, bro.
Or you call me Double O.
Double O. Double O.
That shit gas.
That shit. Double O is gas, bro.
Double O is tough. I feel like.
Double O is pretty gas. I'm not gonna lie.
Or you know, you just call me my regular name, Mudia, which is what everybody else calls me.
I feel you. All right. Without further ado, we're gonna end that episode off. W episode. Hopefully, you know, I'm gonna upload this sometime, probably today, within the next couple of days. I'm gonna get this in there, and yeah.
Gosh.
I don't know when episode 2 is gonna be, but hey, we're gonna get there. All right. Without further ado, that has been, you know, that's been me. You know, I never gave myself a nickname, but I think I was gonna go with just the host, bro.
The host.
The host is gas, bro.
Did the viewers and listeners even know the actual name though?
Yeah, I said if you watch the channel trailer, but
Okay. To be fair, right?
It's a long. It's pretty long enough. It's pretty long.
No, I watched the beginning. I just forgot that you ever mentioned it. I feel like that makes sense, but to me at that moment, I wasn't thinking.
I feel you, but you know, without further ado, that's me. You know, C. Colodro Leonard, or you know, I said last name. Oh my God, just dropped the government. Or you know, as I want to, you know, try to get on the show, the host, and you know, that's been, you know, that's been you, Double O, bro. Double O, bro. That's so good.
I actually fuck with Double O. That was off the top.
Double O, bro. All right, that's gonna be it for this episode, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yep.